In this video, guys, we're going to talk about some major news related to the Metal Gear series. As you can see here, this article discusses Metal Gear Solid 2. For those who know it, this is an old game, released around 2001 or 2002. The news says that the full source code of the game has been leaked. What does source code mean? For those who don't know, it's basically the programming language used to build the game. The foundation of everything. So if that foundation gets leaked, anyone can modify the game and do whatever they want. In simple terms, it's like your house key getting stolen. According to the article, the source code for Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty was leaked on April 30th. The files were uploaded to 4chan, which is known for hosting images but is also famous for leaks, games, movies and many other things often show up there. The leak includes files in multiple formats, including raw, untouched data. It also reportedly contains the game's programming code for all versions, including PS2 and PS Vita releases. On top of that, more than 30 gigabytes of assets were leaked. These assets include characters, weapons, clothing, environments, basically the building blocks of the game. Now, some people might say 30 gigabytes isn't much, but for a PS2 era game, that's huge. Back then, most games were around 1 to 2 gigabytes. So this is a massive amount of data, including unused content that players have never seen before. That means we might discover new things in the future. One person online confirmed that the HD version of the game was also included in the leak, along with uncompressed and unused assets. Right now, the community is already making wish lists of things they want to see added or improved. As we said, having the source code means you can do almost anything. For example, modders could change the camera perspective, add VR support, implement ray tracing for better lighting and reflections, or even create a co-op mode. Another interesting possibility is restoring cut scenes. For those who don't know, some scenes were removed from the game due to the events of September 11th in the US. Now, there's a chance those scenes could be restored, allowing players to experience Kojima's full original vision. However, there's some uncertainty. The leaked version is the HD edition, which didn't include those removed scenes, so it's unclear whether they can actually be restored since the original version dates back to 2001. Interestingly, people notice a strange coincidence. The leak happened on April 30th, which is a date mentioned in the game's story. This suggests the leaker may have chosen the date intentionally. Another coincidence is that Hideo Kojima posted a tweet days before the leak featuring Solid Snake, and the same date, April 30th. Whether Kojima is involved or it's just a coincidence is unknown. There's also speculation about Bluepoint Games, the studio that worked on the HD version. Sony reportedly shut down the studio in March, and some believe that upset developers may have leaked the files as revenge. This is just speculation, though. The article's author also doubts this was an accidental leak. It's unlikely that someone just found a random hard drive with all this data. The leak seems organised and complete, which suggests it was done intentionally by someone with access. Personally, I think it's possible a developer leaked the files, maybe out of frustration. Hacking is another possibility, but less likely. This leak could be exciting for players since it opens the door for improvements like ray tracing, co-op and other mods. However, it's also bad news for Konami. Why? Because they were likely planning to remake more Metal Gear games after the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Now, with the source code available, fans could create their own remakes, which could hurt official releases. At the moment, only one game has been affected, but many fans wish the same would happen with the rest of the series. We'll have to wait and see how Konami responds and what modders and indie developers will do with this leak.